All right, guys, a little bit of remote video action for you here. We're going to take a look at this Seiko srpd76. The best I can tell, these are discontinued from Seiko now. This one's also modded, which is another reason why I wanted to show you this, but this is one of my buddy Craig's watches. Happened to be visiting him, and I'm going to record some different watches to share with you guys. And this one definitely catches my eye. Obviously the rose gold case and bezel and crown, and then color features on the dial. And then he paired it up with this DLW root beer style 24-hour bezel insert, and it really ties it in because honestly the factory bezel insert that came on it just doesn't do it for me. So I'll put a link down below. I'll put a few links down below where you can get these. I think one of them might be, or one or two of them might be Amazon affiliate links. I have to disclose that, but the rest of it, I have no association with. So case size on these, we're calling 5KXs or the Seiko Sport, dive style watches. The case size on this is just under 42 and a half. I think it's like 42.4 millimeter. I measure like just over 46 millimeter on the lug to lug, drilled lugs, of course. 14 millimeter thick and 22 millimeter lug width. He paired it up with this strap code or Militat oyster black PVD coated, and it's 22 and it tapers down to a really nice 18 mil. And then you have this milled out clasp. You have 6 micro adjusts, so plenty of options there. So you're going to get a good size. It also has a display case back showing the 4R movement. So it's going to be hack and hand wind and all that, which is good stuff, right? Yeah, you can see kind of the part number there. We'll do a little zoom in. Yeah, it even says Militat on there. So you have to make sure when you buy these bracelets, I think they're the same bracelets that's going to fit the SKX style watches and these 5KXs. They do a different spring bar. So the spring bar is what's going to be the big change. I don't know if you can source those independently or what, but Craig it's going to be extremely difficult to find a bracelet that's going to match this color. So he just went with the black one. I think it could potentially be temporary, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I know it's a stark difference, but when you get it on wrist, it looks okay. I don't really have a problem with it. 7 millimeter crown on this guy as well. It is a non-screw down crown. So it's just push pull, and then you can adjust the time and the date and all that stuff. Still retains the 120 click bezel because he didn't actually remove the bezel to do this. Like for me, when I do a 24-hour bezel insert on these, I personally like to take the click spring off and then make sure you got enough resistance on the gasket so it's a bi-directional. I think there's some things you can do with the click springs to modify them, and I haven't done it, but I know there's some articles out there. I'll see if I can find one. If I can find one, I'll put it in the description, but you can modify the click springs on these so it'll still have a thud and it's still bi-directional. So I've never done it though, like I said. If you have and you've had success, chime in the comments. But because this watch is now discontinued, the quick look I did on Amazon, I think they have them for like $257, so pretty decent price. And then the bezel insert is only like $37.50. I want to try to zoom in. I want to show you this. I gotta try to zoom in, not too far, but right about there. You can see there's a pretty big gap in between the hard Lux crystal and the bezel insert, because this bezel insert's made for a sloped double dome sapphire crystal, which Craig has ordered. He just hasn't installed it yet. He doesn't really modify at that level. So at some point, I think he probably will, because he has the crystal. He just needs to decide who's going to do the work. You got to pop the movement out. I think probably going to have to remove the bezel insert at least, but if you're going to do that, you might as well take the bezel off, pop this crystal out, then put the sapphire crystal in and get a new gasket and everything like that, because the gasket for the 5KX and the SKX are different. But look how good that ceramic bezel insert is, and the rose gold matches it perfect. It really changed the look of this watch. It looks awesome. And there's a closer look at the case back. All right, let's zoom back to normal. Let's pop this on wrist. And I don't know that I can get a loom shot. If I can get a loom shot, I'll probably have to go into a darker room, but I will show that as well. Now Craig's wrist is a little bit larger than mine, so this is going to be flopping around, but here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. Classic SKX feel. It is very similar case for sure, but just a very cool look on this. You know, maybe it belongs on some different strap options or something like that, but Craig's a bracelet guy like I am, and like a lot of you guys are too, so this is probably the closest alternative you can do it. You're just not going to find a rose gold colored bracelet that's going to work as good as the Strapco style bracelets do. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.